like I follow the Rogan podcast like on Spotify, but I only listen if there's someone that I like on it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This one. Yeah.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah. Let's start.
Yeah. Let's start.
I love Rogan. I would love to work them.
I never really watched them.
You didn't miss much. Like back in,
like
10 years ago, I guess.
I'd say like 2015, 2016, people were really like loving Rogan.
I was 9 years old.
So. Yeah, that's a good reason.
I've never been. I remember the first time I like saw someone like watching Rogan, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we watch this every week." And it was my buddy Zane randomly just invited me over to his place. We hadn't spoken like a year, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm having a cookout. Like, you should come." And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll bring a pack of sodas, whatever, right? I show up to his house. It's me, him, and one other guy that I went to high school with that, again, hadn't seen in at least a year, right? And he's just back there cooking with a TV, like underneath like a cardboard box so that the sun doesn't beat it up.
Right.
And I was like, what are y'all watching? And it was an Alex Jones episode of Rogan.
Oh, God.
And he was like, this guy's great. He just says like crazy shit. And then like, it was I think it was the frogs like are turning gay episode or whatever, right?
What?
It was Alex Jones had this conspiracy theory that like certain water that the frogs were drinking was making the frogs gay.
And did you ever see the thing where like someone proved that he wasn't entirely wrong?
And what? So
he's
the
just
water was making frogs gay?
Kinda. Like he's just an idiot that said it wrong. But like there was polluted water that was making frogs hermaphroditic.
That's cool.
What's hermaphroditic, man?
Having both male and female genitalia. And they were almost becoming asexual in a way.
Yeah.
So like they weren't gay. They were just like not.
It was the way he framed it.
He's like, God damn it. This is why everyone like I'm not in any sort of way right or left. I'm a libertarian of anything. But like I'll listen to Republican people and you're like, God, if you just if you weren't so fucking stupid, you'd have a point.
Yeah.
It just drives me insane because I mean by my face, you can tell I come from people that talk a lot about Republican politics. Like, I was in a room last night, and the first thing I heard was Trump. I was like, God damn it! I hate the holiday. No, at a family Christmas.
I look like I come from a Trump family, but I don't really.
You don't?
No, my dad's side is all very liberal, and then my mom's side is a bit more mixed, but it's a lot of older people on my mom's side. So like, naturally.
That's so funny. My family's very similar in that my dad is a very like screaming gung-ho liberal. Yeah. And my mom is very, very conservative.
That's hilarious. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around, and it's usually less problematic that
way. Like Shane Gillis's bit, he was like, you don't want a Fox News mom.
Yeah.
He's like, she definitely smokes in the house. She definitely.
My mom doesn't smoke in the house, but she drinks bourbon now, which is a scary sight.
Oh my God.
Never heard of a mom drinking bourbon.
Yeah, she's become, I like to call her a handsome woman now. Yeah. She's a very stoic lady.
Yeah.
Does she have a Xanax prescription?
No, but we found Xanax in Mexico. Yeah, you could just walk into like a regular pharmacy and you're like, we got everything, and then also HGH, and then Xanax, and then my dad, he's like, does that say like he thought GHB was something that you could get there? He's like, is that the fucking like vapor drug?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, crazy. Of all places, in Cancun, but
that's cool.
No,
so you can just buy Xanax, just like.
Yeah, I may or may not have taken it to get on the plane to come back.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
But
yeah, you could just walk into like a CVS they have over there. Like I watched. We walked out of a Senior Frogs and it just said pharmacy.
Yeah.
And I needed like a headache prescription. And then we left with Xanax and what did my mom? Retinol. Yeah. It's old lady like wrinkle cream that you're not allowed to get in the States. She's like,
why aren't you allowed to get it in the States?
Well, maybe you can get it in the States, but maybe it's like super expensive or something.
Fentanyl.
It might as well be, but that shit was fucking great.
Yeah.
The fentanyl?
The old lady cream.
That too. I've taken medically administered fentanyl from a doctor, and when they do it correctly,
it's amazing.
Oh my God, it's like the hug you'll never get.
Yeah,
it is so good. You're so warm from the inside instantly, and then like everything melts away. Like I took it before I was starting to do stand up, and the nurse was like, "Oh yeah, you did like a whole stand up routine." I was like, "I wasn't asleep." And they're like, "No, you were talking." I was like, "Oh my God." What did I say?
Fentanyl was just a secret thing you needed to be like the great. Like,
well, that's why I'm scared to fucking take.
It's like the Ratatouille for a stand-up
right.
comedy. It's like this secret that helps him perform.
I'm scared to get my wisdom teeth removed because I don't want to go under anesthesia and like have my family there, and I might say some wild shit.
I'll come pick you up.
I had my wisdom teeth removed a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
and my dad drove me out. I was worried about the same thing. But he said all I did is I kept asking what time it was for like 30 minutes straight.
Yeah.
You get on this fucking medicine, you're just time worried. That's all it is.
I said that, and apparently I kept saying, man, thanks for driving me home. I could not have done this myself. I kept saying that.
That's hilarious. Paxton, what do we got going right here? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I guess I haven't introed the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to another... Our producer's outside. Thanks for coming to another episode of the show, which is, I guess we're calling it Cooking with Dingbats. I really don't know, but this is just for fun. Today we have two of my very favorite people on while they're still here in town for winter break. We've got George Brown coming on, and we've got CAIN, two of my very good friends in the scene coming through.
Hello.
Thank y'all so much for coming on today.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Are you out of town?
No, I don't know why Paxton said that.
Well, I meant it for George.
Yeah.
No, I still live here. I don't plan on moving unless something dramatic happens.
Not for long, though. You did just win... What's the title for the DCC?
I won Funniest Person in Dallas.
Woo, hell yeah.
And I'm also headlining the Addison Improv January 11th. Please come out. And part of winning Funniest Person in Dallas is that also sometime this year, or 2026, I should say, I will be headlining at Dallas Comedy Club.
Hell yeah, man.
So hopefully around July.
That'll be fucking great.
Yeah. Also, I'm opening for Matt McCusker. His first two, he's doing a new theater tour.
Hell yeah.
So the first two shows of that tour I'll be opening. So if you're in Houston, January 16th at the Cullen Performance Hall, that venue holds 1,500 people. Or the next day if you're at Dallas, the Majestic Theater, and that venue holds 1,700 people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, you got to ask him to play the flute. You got to see if he'll bring the flute out.
I hope he does, yeah. But yeah, come out to my stuff. Link in bio for tickets. Funny CAIN on Instagram.
Hell yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on today. I'm making something just simple and easy, and this should be pretty quick to make. I'm just making a Philly cheesesteak today. I think the overall format of the show is just going to be me making trashy food. So I don't know if that's going to be how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But I really only like eating trashy food anyway.
I love trashy food.
And this is trashy, easy, simple. I mean, the hardest thing I'm really going to have to do throughout this whole thing is what I just did. Which was cutting the steak because you want that done up thin. Mm-hmm. Some of these look thin enough and some of them don't, so we'll figure that out.
It's fine. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna eat it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna eat. It's also it's just.
Are you as far as cheesesteaks go? Are you a whiz guy or are you a provolone guy?
I've got Provi, but I'm a white American cheese guy. Those are nice. I don't know if I like whiz because I just don't think I like whiz in general. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't think I've ever had it.
I just know like people do it a certain way. Like even in Philly, they do it differently at different places. Like I know there's like that war between Geno's and the other place.
Yeah, it starts with a P, doesn't it? Like Pat's.
Yeah. I went to this like underground market in Philly when I was there for football a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I had this Philly cheesesteak. It was the greasiest thing I think I've ever had in my entire life.
Right.
And it fucked my stomach up for like 2 days.
If you want a good cheesesteak in Dallas, go to Cheesesteak House. There's a couple locations. There's one in Oak Cliff, there's one in Garland, and there's one in I want to say like Irving, Las Colinas area. But Cheesesteak House is really fucking good. I get the cheesy cheesesteak, and I tell them to add banana peppers.
Ooh. Oh, damn. That's the one pepper I didn't grab was banana peppers.
It's all right. You got, what are these, pepperoncinis?
We got some hot pepperoncinis, some milds, and some sweets.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna look at this as if I have any idea what any of it is.
No, that was one thing I was trying to figure out is what I wanted to do for it. Because they say that Wiz versus Provi is like gang-related shit in Philly. Like, it is... If you're Pat's or you're Geno's, it is like a thing.
That sounds like
fights and
someone who's never been to Philadelphia, like
that is their territories.
Someone who's being stereotypical about Philadelphia.
I'm gonna offer my own conspiracy theory. I'm gonna say that Pat's and Geno's are both tourist traps, and that the real cheesesteaks are somewhere that we've never even heard of.
I completely believe that.
I don't know if y'all watch them at all, but Tommy Pope and Chris O'Connor, they were both on Tires, and they're good friends with Shane. They do a cooking show now, which is basically what I'm ripping from this.
Yeah.
And they just did an episode where they went all throughout all of Philly, testing them all to get like that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they said was Pat's and Geno's. It's just kind of like it's a mass steak. One of them is better. I think there's a place called Angelo's, which they said was the best. And if it wasn't Angelo's, it's this place that's literally called roast pork.
Right. Yeah.
And roast pork has the best.
I'm not a big fan of Philly.
Oh, I feel like
just in general.
Just a city. Yeah. It's just like
it's run down and disgusting, but also I do love the idea of just not having to be a nice person ever. Everyone in Philly
that's
just seems
the thing I hate about it is like I feel like even like you go to New York or like Boston, like there's a little bit of like attitude there, but they're not like just dicks for the sake of being dicks. Everyone I met from Philly is just a fucking asshole.
I don't like that East Coast shit of thinking you can just talk to me however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like we shoot people here. Like that's
I think that's why everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, everyone's armed.
Yeah, everyone has a gun here. Like, don't fucking talk to me that way. Yeah. Last night we were out, and this dude, who I don't think was from Dallas, was talking very aggressively to Kenny at the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how so?
Kenny of all people.
Well, he was pressing us about, like, I guess at one point talked to Kenny, like, Kenny was like, mentioned that he was a comic. And he was like...
somehow I knew Kenny did that before you said...
And he was like, like, here, you can get my Instagram. And that dude was like, you don't got a business card? And Kenny was like, no, like, that's such the old way of doing things. Like, here's my Instagram.
Right.
And he was like, well, what if I was he goes, if you say that to like a 60-year-old dude and he just happens to be a manager, you just lost that business. No. And like, I just heard someone like kind of aggressively barking at Kenny, and I turned around, I was like, who wants to die right now? Like, what?
Was the guy Kenny drunk, or was he just being a dick?
He was just being aggressive. Yeah. And so like, but he was one of those people, I think he was like from probably like the East Coast or something where like that's just how he speaks.
Yeah. Right.
But
or he's just seen The Soprano too many times.
Yeah, but like he like after like we kind of got in his face because it became like 3-on-1 because me, Nikki, and Kenny were all like what are you talking about? None of us have business cards. Like, what's wrong with you?
And I can tell you, as someone with business cards, they don't fucking do a thing.
They don't do shit. And so we were like, he was like, well, I asked you for contact information. And we were all like, he gave you his Instagram.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what if I want your number or your email? And Kenny was like, well, that's on my Instagram. Like, and he was like, if I had a business card, he's like, if you had a business card, you could put your QR code on there. And I was like, you said it was for 60-year-olds. They don't know how to use that shit.
I have all of that lined up for my actual job and for comedy.
Yeah.
I've never gotten one call from either.
What's your actual job?
I sell foundation repair. So like I'm in construction sales. Somewhere where people need to call me with my bit. Nope. Yeah. They're just like, hey, we found you online. And I'm like, oh, well, fucking great.
Yeah.
I just spent a lot of money on those business cards.
Yeah.
Business cards don't do shit.
Yeah. So we can get back to this, but real quick, I need to actually do the cooking shit because I forgot to last time. Yeah. You saw me cutting the steaks. It's a lot easier to cut the steaks if you have them a little frozen. I just put them in the freezer for about 20 minutes. They kind of thawed out by the time I was getting halfway through done with the first steak. So I'd maybe like 30 minutes, put them in the freezer. That'll help you get a thinner slice on all this meat.
So you're talking to the people about how you're like actually like cooking methods.
I really hope this podcast takes off. I hope this podcast takes off as a cooking podcast and not a comedy. And like old ladies tune into this to see like how to cook a good Philly cheesesteak. They're like, who are these assholes talking about?
And then like 20 minutes in, I call someone and you're like, this is not what I signed up for.
It's like when you read a recipe online and they're like, it's like how to make a bundt cake. And then it's like, to tell you first, I need to tell you about the invention of sour cream.
Yeah.
It really is just getting like a fucking ex-drug dealer to tell you how to like raise your kids. None of this lines up. You shouldn't be listening to me, but if you do, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
This is also very simple seasoning. It's just going to be oregano, salt, pepper, onion powder. Fuck me, I forgot to do the onions. I'm going to do that real quick.
Hey, but that's what it's all about.
I don't think any Food Network show is like, all right, you're going to get your sauce, your pepper. Fuck, I forgot onions.
I pull everything out to remind myself.
But that's what's good, though. We show the mistakes around here.
Exactly.
Because life happens.
Yeah.
And fucking not everyone's beat Bobby Flay. Like,
Dude, I will beat Bobby Flay's ass. I don't give a fuck, man. When I worked in kitchens, I used to hope that motherfucker would walk in and challenge me to a cook-off.
What would you cook against him?
Whatever. Well, when I was working at the donut shop, that was like the joke. That like, if you ever seen like the Bobby Flay challenge you show, like every time he walks in, all the chefs are always like, "Oh fuck, Bobby Flay's here," right? Yeah. I was like, but if he walked in, I'd like have my arms. I'd be like, "What's up, bitch? Like, come on, step in the kitchen."
I think my first reaction would have been, "Who the fuck is Bobby Flay?" It's like,
is that an old thing?
I've heard of when you started talking about him. I was like, "Oh yeah, that guy." But
yeah, man, when I worked at the donut shop, the first year that I was there, I was in charge of the chicken biscuit line.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, that motherfucker can't out chicken biscuit me. I'll kick his ass, man.
Damn, I kind of wish I did that now, because we could have... I was going to originally do like a chicken parmesan like cutlet sandwich. Yeah. And that would have been bomb. And I could have made it on a fucking biscuit, really.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
That's what we got to do next time.
I don't know if you know this. I can cook.
No, I know.
You know. So I'm judging you this whole time.
Oh,
I know. I know. Eventually I wanted to get into like where you come on and be my sous chef or something.
I would love that. But yeah, no, when I saw the steaks in the freezer, I was like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Just a bit.
I was like, he wants to cut them thin.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm like, I didn't go through culinary school or anything, obviously. I just got a job
I didn't
one
either.
day.
No, it's a waste of time. I'll tell you, as someone that worked in a kitchen, kitchens don't even like hiring culinary students.
No, they're such assholes.
Well, they come in thinking they already know how to do everything.
Right. Yeah.
I remember one time the chef that we had at one of the places, we had hired this guy that just got out of like culinary school, and he was talking about how like he doesn't eat McDonald's and he thinks like it's like shitty food, and like the head chef was like, "You're just a pretentious asshole that just got out of culinary school. You'll be eating at McDonald's next year."
Right. Fucking who wants to actually do their job when they get home from work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you watch any of these dudes on TikTok that like that's their whole being is like I can't remember.
Making everything from scratch?
Nah, not even that. Just like there's a super Italian guy. I do watch those people though. But there's a super Italian guy. I can't remember his name. But he just goes on and rates everyone else's food. And he's like, this is coming from me. I work in a 3-star Michelin restaurant. And also every night I eat Taco Bell. So shut the fuck up.
Well, it's with any job. It's like you do it all the time. You don't want to do it at home.
Right.
Like mechanics drive the worst cars. Yeah. Chefs eat the shittiest food.
I think comedy is the only one.
Not even, dude. At home, I'm silent.
Well, and to the same extent, we're like the funniest people when I'm not doing comedy are usually everyone else around me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Seinfeld has a good quote about like in high school everyone was funny, and then like life happened and you just stopped.
Yeah.
Right, we're just the people that don't have enough going on anyways, so we're doing this.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those things where it's like it's always you encounter this a lot, and it's not a and like a definitive thing, but like a lot of comics that you meet like usually aren't the most hilarious people off of stage. And then there's also some people that are super funny off stage, but just can't figure it out on stage.
Yeah.
Like stand-up is so weird in that way.
That is true.
Yeah, the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life is my buddy Zach Wall. We went to college together.
Yeah.
He runs a hunting and fishing guide out of East Texas out there. We met in college. And he couldn't translate the stage, but that's because he was a crazy redneck. That was
it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's so different. But like, if I could, one night out of the week, if I brought him 7 nights out and gave him an hour, one time, everything that he would do and say on that stage would be the funniest thing you've ever seen. But the rest of the 6 nights, he'd be like, I was drunker last time. Like, or whatever it is.
Did he actually go out and try it, or?
No, that's the other thing is I feel like a lot of people that have always been hilarious. Yeah. They've always been hilarious, so they don't have the drive to go prove that they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's like if you've always been funny, it's never been manufactured,
Yeah.
Right.
It's always been natural. You've never sat down and written something.
Right. You've never practiced an act.
Right.
You've never like gone out and been like, all right, today in the conversation, I'm going to say this. I'm going to wait for the laughs to die down. I'm going to do this punchline. I'm going to set up this joke. Like it's so much more than just like going out there and being funny.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, like go do improv.
And a lot of being funny in conversation is stuff that won't work on stage because it's a lot of like you got to just be there type stuff.
Yeah, it's also really just calling your friend gay at the right possible moment. That's the funniest thing that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
And in conversations, like you only have to worry about making like maybe 2 people laugh.
Yeah.
Whereas like, in stand up it's like making the whole room.
It's also a whole room of people it's not your buddies. It's people you don't know.
Yeah, conversation is the context is that people already know you and like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that when they start stand up.
Yeah.
Or,
I did an open mic this week. Of the first 5 comics, either 2 or 3 of them were people that just lost their fantasy football league.
Yeah.
And it's so demoralizing to see, like, their punishment is my dream.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And see one of them just, like, do some stupid inside joke and just have it just slaughter with all their frat buddies.
Yeah, I told one time there was a group of people, that's what they have, like, their fantasy football punishment. Like that guy had to go do an open mic.
Yeah.
And I remember I got on stage and I said that well, it was like a big ass group of like frat boys.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got on stage and I was like, all the ladies cover your drinks in the room. And they got like pissed off and they started all walking out and I forgot other shit I said, but it was very mean. Yeah. And I don't regret it at all.
I wasn't mean about it. I did talk to him a lot.
Yeah.
But one of them did a bunch of like racist jokes that their buddies wrote for them.
No way.
It wasn't like
really?
That doesn't sound like them at all.
No, yeah. But I said like next year I'll do this bit. Go to a comedy club called the Arlington Improv. Just do the exact same thing.
That is something funny too. Like I didn't know this until recently, but like my dad also tried his hand at stand up when he was around my age.
So did mine. Well,
when
he was a little older, he did it for like 2 weeks in San Antonio.
That's so my dad, funny. He also worked security at the Arlington Funny Bone, so he was one of those try stand ups. So you're like, well, I'm already here, so you know exactly what way it's going.
Yeah.
But then he told me like, I never understood why he couldn't just go on stage and tell street jokes. I'm like, because you didn't write it. Dad. What are you talking about?
He's like, but they're laughing.
They're laughing.
Yeah.
And
but that's the shit. That's why people do hack material because it works.
Yeah.
Because the audience isn't like, well, did he write that? You know, they're just trying to laugh.
Soder brought this up recently on a podcast where he said we're our biggest fuck over in the business is people like us that remember everyone's jokes.
Yeah.
Like you and I were reciting John Mulaney when you walked in. CAIN and I have recited Louis C.K. a billion times.
In relation to
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Rock. That's that. We didn't. Yeah.
No, we were.
But yeah, like. We're our own biggest fuckovers because we remember everyone.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about someone, I'm not going to name them. We were like, we both heard a joke, and you're like, that's pretty basically
almost
like
a watered down version of so-and-so's joke.
The formula is laid the same. It tempo's the same. It's the same cadence.
Well, I think you did that to me when we first met.
There's also a line.
Yeah. When we first met, it was me, you, I think Jacob Marshall was also there. It was like 3 or 4 people, and we were like at the bar at DCC, and I walked up and I said something like as a joke in conversation, you were like, "That's a Tom Segura bit."
Yeah,
and I was like, "What?"
I've had that happen.
And you were like, "That's Tom Segura," and I was like, "I don't watch Tom Segura," and you go, "Oh, well, you just did his whole bit," and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't know. What the fuck?"
For me, also, I feel
you met me when I was I'm sorry.
I'll have a joke that's like different from somebody else's joke, but like a similar structure.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And even though it's a different joke, different premise, different topic, I still feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Just because I see the similarity, or like it felt too easy to use like a similar structure. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I've got one right now that it kind of bugs me because the way I came up with it, I don't know how I did it. It came into my head one day. I've been doing this joke for forever.
Yeah.
And then a new random punchline came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's me talking about Kentucky Deluxe bottles being made out of plastic because if you drink Kentucky Deluxe, you hit your kids.
Yeah.
And like the first time I thought about it, like, that's someone's. Yeah. That's someone. And then I kept Googling it and like I even used ChatGPT and I was asking people around.
Yuck.
And you're like, no one knows this joke. I guess I'll keep doing it. And then I kept doing it. And I'm like, this is something like someone. And then I just stopped doing it because I hated it so much. But
that's on you, man. That's your mental.
Yeah. Well, it was something to where I don't want in 2 years once this joke finally works, and then someone goes, that's so and so. I'm like, well, now I do have to get rid of this motherfucker.
No, then you're like, I just didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
I don't
know.
Also, we're at such a like early stage in comedy. Like, no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
No,
like not in a negative way, but like you could just do whatever you want. It's not like you're gonna get a Reddit article written about you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
And also, I feel like you're only gonna get in trouble for stealing jokes if you actually steal jokes.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of
sometimes shit's coincidence.
Yeah, similar thinking and whatnot.
Yeah, there is. Do y'all know Brendan Sagalow?
Not personally.
No. He runs with. I know it because he's Dan Soder's feature right now, but I really know it because he used to be a shitty white rapper, and it was funny. Mm-hmm. But he had something. I was hanging out with this fucking crazy guy when I went down to Skankfest.
Yeah,
it was one of those situations where I needed weed, and then I met a guy. I'm like, oh, he's nice, and then he brought me to his car, and then just audibly gave me his manifesto on how he could possibly kill a comedian if he wanted to. I was like, fucking all right, thanks for the weed, guy.
Offer to sell him weed.
And you were like, well, I'll have you know, I do foundation repair.
I'm just a fan. But no, he starts telling me no, I went off on Brendan Sagalow and Soder for having someone like Sagalow come on and steal jokes, and then he's telling me these jokes. And I'm like, I've never recognized him. I'm like, I don't know if this is a joke or not. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, it was something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no one knows who this is. At a certain point, thievery is thievery, but you can't fucking call someone out for someone that's a no-name doing it.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, yeah, you can. Well, I mean, if it's like if it's like a lower level comic and you're a big name and you steal that, that's still... stealing a joke.
I think whatever you put out into the universe comes back around.
Right.
So I look at it if someone takes a joke, that probably means they're not a good comic to begin with. They're not good at writing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, they probably needed that shit more than I did, and if I'm a writer, I'll just keep writing some more shit. And you being a shitty person is only going to get you so far.
Yeah.
I think I can tell if there's something good with a bit when I first start working it or thinking about it, I'm worried someone's going to steal it.
Yeah. I don't think you should worry about shit like that.
No, I shouldn't.
Yeah, and I think the joke thieves in every scene are known. Yeah. Or until they get found out, and once they get found out.
Yeah.
But if your jokes are good enough to the point where they're memorable, and everyone in the scene knows that's George's joke, that's CAIN's joke,
they wouldn't
whatever.
say that about me, but
Yeah, and then but if someone stole that joke, you would hope the community would be like, hey, that's George's joke. We all know that joke.
So there's an unnamed comedian. I know I've told you this because of me being a hater.
Yeah.
But thank you. And I'll keep his name out of it until we get off pod. But I'm not gonna not warn y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really anything to be worried about because
no, I'm saying just more of I feel like if I find something good. I know I found something good if I think someone might want to steal this.
Yeah.
And it's usually,
okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing too many
usually
things.
never pans out to be good enough to be stolen. So that's how I know I've made it right there is if someone starts stealing my jokes.
Well, eventually someone's going to start stealing your sketches. That's the big thing. Y'all go follow George Brown Comedy.
At George Brown Comedy. You can like my 2 sketches up there at the moment.
You can sit here and say you only got 2 sketches and this, that, and the other, but you got 2 sketches that went fucking big, dude.
One of them went big. One of them went big, and then we just didn't make any sketches after that.
That's nice.
We got together, filmed that sketch, but it got 1.5 million views, and then we're still trying to find another date.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's how you should do it. Be your own roadblock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see momentum, kill it immediately.
That's how it should be.
It's like fucking Bo Jackson. The only person that was strong enough to break Bo Jackson was Bo Jackson.
Yeah. I had a comic. We did a show together. He saw me do my set, and the next day he uploaded a reel where he turned basically one of my stand-up jokes into a sketch.
And funny enough, we were talking about beforehand. I think this is from that show that we were talking about at Eastside, or what was that place called in East Dallas?
Oh, Strange Ways.
Strange Ways.
Yeah. Shout out Hector Cifuentes. That's my boy.
Yeah.
But before I keep cooking this into oblivion, what kind of cheese do y'all want on there? I've got provolone, I've got American, I don't have Cheese Whiz, but I've also got some other things as well.
I want Chef's Choice.
I'll do provolone.
Okay, gotcha.
Provolone.
I want you to do what you would do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I would get naked and fuck a guy, so...
Yeah.
To cook a cheesesteak?
Well, I mean, in general.
Anyways, I feel like there was just like a kind of a silence after Paxton said that.
No, we were sitting in it, all right? Yeah. I was picturing it.
Oh. I've been picturing it before Paxton even said anything.
Yeah, when you walked in.
Yeah. Why do y'all think you're here? I've been picturing it the whole time.
Yeah. Well, dude, how do you think I got on the podcast to begin with?
Paxton wants to diddy us.
And I got some differences.
It was weird being in high school and just my parents being cool with, I'm going to go to this guy's house. He says he's got a podcast. I'm pretty sure this guy has a podcast. I'm going to go to this house.
How many comics have wanted to date you, George?
Wanted to date me? Shockingly little.
Oh, okay.
Less than you'd like.
Yeah, less than I'd like. Well, it's like, I'm doing stand-up every night. I'd like at least a couple to like... Just to have,
you don't always want to be the bridesmaid. Sometimes you just want to be the bride.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to happen, but like I want to have at least one.
Sorry,
are we rolling? I want to have at least, listen. Okay.
You want a chuckle fucker?
No, I want to be like, I want to just have the story of like, oh yeah, that guy was being weird with me.
Oh, you want the?
I want to know.
That you're pretty.
And now that I'm thinking about it, there actually was a time. I shouldn't have started talking about it.
I've had one once where it was, now she's not a comic, but she was an older woman, and she kept I was wearing a too tight pair of jeans because I washed them that day, and she just kept going, look at that bulge, that seam going up your nuts. And all on, everyone around me was like, Paxton, you need to get out of here. And I was just giggling. I was like, this is great.
She's an older lady, comic?
Yeah.
Do I know her?
You might have met her, but she's been excommunicated since for not even me. I didn't care. I thought it was great, but she was doing it to others as well, which hurt my feelings.
No, I thought
it didn't feel
I wanted to be special.
Yeah, that's how I feel when Waldo calls me handsome.
I know.
And then the next guy walks in, he goes, "Hey, handsome." I'm like, "Oh, he's ugly."
Oh, come on. I love Waldo so much.
I don't know. Have you had any stories like that?
No one wants to fuck me at all.
I've had little people saying weird stuff to me, but nothing really.
We all forget how young you are sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because you're so old-souled, and you've got those old man legs.
Well, especially doing comedy, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, you do.
This is work for me.
Right, you do stand up, and everyone's just the same age.
Yeah.
Until somebody brings it up.
Yeah.
It's to me, I'm like, oh, we're all the same. Until Andy Franklin's like, yeah, I'm feeling arthritis in my wrist. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you're a father. I forgot about that.
I mean, there's a reason it's in his wrist specifically, but
yeah.
Oh shit, George, I forgot to ask. Did you want mayo on this?
Sure.
Okay.
But if it's a hassle, you don't have to.
No, I still got some room to do this real quick.
I like how Paxton explained what he was doing for cooking for the first step and then hasn't explained anything since then.
To be honest, I didn't realize how quick this recipe was.
Yeah,
actually.
It's like those tutorials of drawing where it's start with a circle.
And then it's
a full face.
Yeah. Or also, I like the idea of imagine your aunt is I found this cooking podcast that I really like, and then she turns it on. It's just three just in their 20s comics.
Oh, these are going to be good.
You don't know that.
I don't.
It looks good.
Here's yours. Kane, do you want mayo on yours?
Sure.
I don't know that mayo's a staple on cheesesteaks at all. I just like it on every sandwich just to kind of make the bread better.
This does look very good.
I
don't know.
Sandwich lube.
Exactly.
Eaten on a podcast before.
Well, we won't eat very long on pod.
Yeah.
We'll say it tastes good or tastes like shit and then hop off and just continue to eat.
Yeah.
In reality, I just like feeding my friends. I just miss doing this. This was all we did when we were drinking back in the day was my buddy would buy beer because he was 25 and I was 18, and then I'd cook and help him do chores around the house and shit.
Yeah.
So whenever I do drink, which isn't that often, but if I'm drunk and we're at home and there's people around, I'll just be like, all right, who wants a grilled cheese? I love being a little drunk and making a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
So, Kane, when did your love for cooking come in? I know you're Spanish, so like that's like a big thing in Spanish culture.
I'm not Spanish.
Whoa, that was
insane.
That was wild.
Yeah, I'm not from Spain at
CAIN,
all.
I know you're Mexico.
Yeah, no, I'm Mexican. All right, yeah. I'm a fucking bean. All right, and
it could have been worse.
Whenever, yeah, I could be from Spain. Yeah, when my dad was in prison and my mom would
I didn't know we were allowed to talk about that. Damn it.
Yeah. Well, I can talk about it. I don't want any questions.
Fair enough. Fair.
Because my next question was going to be, can I ask a question?
Whenever he was locked up and my mom didn't have anywhere to send us during the summers, me and my sister would just stay home and like watch each other. Yeah. And in those days, the only things I would watch were the Cooking Channel or Comedy Central.
Nice. Okay, so
So I learned how to cook and watch a lot of stand up in that time.
Do you remember the first time you like actually got that I never got to cook for a whole lot of people when I was younger, and then I worked in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts about being with the prep cook was people didn't go to the line chefs to ask for dinner, like the waiters and stuff. They came to me.
Yeah.
And then I got to make them happy making them food.
Mm.
And like, despite all the shit that I had to do on top of making them food, it was like, I don't fucking care. And just seeing it was the first time I figured out how to make a real mac and cheese without just making it like shitty
out of a
and
box,
white.
Yeah. I remember one of the summers, two of my cousins, we were at my grandma's house. So it was me, my older sister, and two of my younger cousins. And I had been watching a lot of Rachel Ray at that time. And I remember Rachel Ray she was making like scrambled eggs, and I saw her put like
mayo?
I saw her put cream in the eggs to make them like creamier,
right?
And I was like, I'm gonna cook for all my cousins. And I remember I did that, and my cousins were like, why are you putting cream in there? And I was like, y'all see,
just watch.
Yeah, I remember we ate them, and everyone was like, these eggs are crazy, you know. And I remember that being one of the first times of being like, damn, cooking's cool, you know.
It's cool to like, I don't know. I never had that moment where like, oh, Paxton's good at something, and then I made someone some food, and like, oh, this is what I was supposed to do. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember my first job. It was at a deli inside of a grocery store, and I would just make shit in the deli because we had a panini press, and we just had ingredients everywhere.
Like a legit deli counter, like walk up, get
But it was in the middle of a grocery
like
store,
slicing meats.
And we weren't like allowed to take any of the food, right? But I had a system where like the people that would stock the shelves would like go take the orders of the people that were like in the butcher shop, the bakery, and they'd come to me and they'd be like, all right, this guy wants ribs tonight. This guy wants like a sandwich with like the pork belly that y'all cooked or whatever, right? And then so I would like make shit secretly and then like wrap it up, and then the people that like stock the shelves would come by with their carts, and we'd put it all on there, and they'd go like deliver it to everybody. And so like I used to cook dinner for everyone every night secretly, but like behind the manager's back. Why couldn't they just let you
make yourself a sandwich?
Because they wanted to take it out of your paycheck. And I was like, I'm always been like, fuck corporation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck that. Everyone's getting fed tonight. If I'm on shift, everyone's getting dinner.
Hell yeah. That was always fun too. It was just like, they can't get mad at you for that.
Yeah, we had one manager that was super cool about it, but we didn't know. Me and my buddy Darren, we were making a pizza behind the back of like management. And it had just came out the oven, and we were cutting it, and we didn't think any of the managers were around. And he just walked in, and he saw the pizza like as we were cutting it, and he was talking to us about something. And we like looked up, and we had this shocked face, and he goes, "Let me get a slice of that." And he took it, and he goes, "All right, y'all keep doing what y'all doing." And he walked out, and we were like, "Cool, now we know." That's like the prisoner being like seeing the warden walk by, and then being like, "Just make sure you make me dinner too," you know?
I had moments of those. Like the last real job I guess I worked before I left from college was I worked at an HEB, and I'll say this: it's a great intro job. I did, however, hate every second of being there because it's a grocery store. Yeah, and everyone got mad at me because I am who I am. I'm walking around the back of an HEB just cussing all the time. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And just like trying to make problems. And they would come in and get mad at me, and then every time they did it, I'd point at the board and be like, but I'm number 2 in like sales back here. And like, but you're not number 1. And I was like, hey, but you know, you could fire me. I'm like, no, why don't you do your shit? I'm like, I miss that. But now I work for my parents, so if I do that, I'm just an asshole.
Yeah. Well, you already were before you started with your parents.
I always have been. Would y'all like me to cut up any peppers for y'all sandwich?
I would like to try.
I'm all right.
Okay. Chris?
Whatever you're getting.
I'm gonna do these pepperoncinis right here.
Nice. I think these came out sliced. Oh no. See, I've never made this either, so this will be the first time on the pod that I've made something that I haven't made prior.
What'd you make last time?
Creamy chicken Tuscan pasta. It sounds all done up and special and everything. It's really just like Italian adult mac and cheese, really, with chicken.
Who was on that episode?
It was me, Henry, and Reese. Yeah. That'll come out here pretty soon.
Love Henry and Reese.
Yeah, I listened to y'all's episode. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, those guys are great, man. I love them.
I also love to give them their prop because Henry is a true like old school radio dude.
Yeah,
he knows how to run it. Henry's
he's in LA at the moment, right?
I knew he was.
He was like just there.
He was there for a second.
I think he came back for Christmas like proper, but he was just there, and he's so good at fucking running a podcast in general.
Road Mule's badass, man.
But they do a good job. I'm not going to keep sucking their dick all day long. It's on our podcast. But real quick, while I'm getting everything set up, will y'all go ahead and plug yourselves one more time, where people can find you, what shows you've got coming up?
You want to go first?
Yeah, my Instagram is funnycain. It's FUNNYCAIN_. January 11th, I'll be headlining the Addison Improv Sunday at 7. Please come out and see that. Click the link in my bio for all my upcoming shows. I update that thing constantly. And the Addison show is the main one I want to sell. So please come to that.
Nice.
Yep. You guys can follow. Which camera do I look at? You guys can follow me at George Brown Comedy. Got regular shows. You can check it out in my bio. I'll be opening for Jamie Lizzo at, when is this coming out?
Mid-January.
Okay, so I'll have already done the Hyenas dates. I'll be opening for Jamie Lizzo in Fresno, California, San Luis Obispo, and I'm doing some theaters with him, Northern California.
Hell yeah.
Check out my bio, you'll find those.
And you said Hyena, so he's coming back down here?
Yeah, I'm doing this Tuesday and Wednesday, so Tuesday and then New Year's Eve I'm doing with him.
Oh,
nice.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hyenas Fort Worth or Dallas?
Fort Worth.
Cool. Yeah, those New Year's shows at Hyenas Fort Worth are fun. I did that last year.
His crowds are very old, and so his early show is like 6 and his late show is like 8.
So they're not even doing the countdown?
They are, but it's a different guy coming in doing the countdown.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going over to Big Laugh to do
the countdown?
I don't think I'm doing the countdown, but that show.
But you're going to be there,
Yeah.
That's fun. Kylie's making me go to Gary Owens, so
that'll be fun.
Where is he?
He is
Texas Trust CU.
Yeah.
How is that place?
I love that theater.
Yeah.
It's as much as like.
Is that where you saw Mulaney?
Yeah, that's
where
where
you went to that show.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Andrea Jen opened for him, right?
Asian lady.
Yeah.
Yes, and she was there for sure.
Okay.
We'll talk more about that once I get off the camera. It's a great theater. I don't like how wide it is. I like the Majestic because it's just like a hallway shotgun blast.
Yeah.
But that being said, when we went to go see John Mulaney there, we were up in the rafters of it. Like I think the very last row of the second, and it was still perfect. It was still great.
I saw Tyler the Creator there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How'd that?
It was great.
I never even imagined a concert there.
Yeah.
Were you sitting?
Yeah. Well, no, there were seats, but I stood up. Yeah. Most people stood up. Yeah. There was a couple in front of me that were standing up and like jumping the whole time, but the entire show, the guy had his arm around the girl.
So just jumping with his arm around her.
I was I was watching the concert, but most of the time I was like, let her go. Like,
you can't do that. That's young love. That's nice. I don't know if I've ever wanted to have my arm around Kylie that long. That's great.
That's insane, man.
Here,
I was like, no one's gonna take her. Like,
and then Chris, I'll grab you some sweet peppers.
And she just ran away.
Or he looked back and she was just gone.
Someone did grab her. Like, he knew.
Oh, Gary Owen. Yeah, it's just that one's gonna be fun. It's just late at night. I don't really want to go and be out.
Countdown show?
Yeah. I thought it was not, and then we were going to go do our own countdown, which really meant I got to be here in bed doing countdown and then at 12:01 go to sleep. But it'll be fun. But this is nearing the end. We'll go ahead and put the recipe into the episode itself. so you can try and follow along at home, even though I'm not the most gracious host on a cooking episode. But I hope you all enjoy.
Thanks for cooking for us. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, of course.
Cheers. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. Very good.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I was worried that steak got a little overdone, but podcast good.
No, this is really good, Paxton.
Gotcha. Yeah. A couple things about I shouldn't do this at the end. I should do this at the beginning. But they say either.
I like how Paxton's just sweating because he's been cooking this whole time.
It's rough. I think it's either top round cut or ribeye cut. You don't want to do like a chuck roast or anything like that because it's too tough. This came out pretty easy. It's very tender. So
these were ribeyes, right?
Yeah, these were just ribeyes.
Ribeyes have more fat content.
Yeah, so it'll help cook down. You won't need as much butter or anything like that. Again, the freezing of the meat will help you cut it and everything. I don't really know what else to tell you. Make your sandwich how you would like it. And I don't know. Thanks for watching another episode. You can follow me at pbailey_comedy and Dingbat District Pod on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. We make a new episode all the time, new clips coming out all the time, so make sure you're subscribed to catch those. Other than that, thanks for watching another episode. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.